Hello, everybody. It is me, your host, Public Opinion, uh, coming at you here in the Full Nasty Playhouse with something a little different, something strange. Hello, everybody. Back in me, 2007, I was in a playwriting class, and I wrote this play, and it was produced and at the FOSDUOP, the Festival of Student Directed One Act Plays. And then nothing happened with this play for the following 14 years until now, where it has been dusted off and extracted from the vault for the people to enjoy and you know to as a reward for everybody's incredible generosity. I have dredged up the old art for for inspection. This, as originally produced, the characters, were humans, but as a necessity of being played by humans on no budget. But we're on Twitch now, and I can fulfill my original vision of strange monsters and their petty, bizarre entanglements. And I figure there's nothing better for it than to get right into it. And if we start at dinner one. Lights come up on a dining room. Ed sits at the head of the table, and at his hand, Liam.
I'm so glad you could make it.
Yeah, I'm real happy to be here.
I know it's not really the kind of job you're used to doing, but I need someone I can trust.
Well, I'll try my best. Fair warning, though, competence is not guaranteed.
Oh, I'm sure you'll do fine. The last guy did an okay job, and between you and me, he was an idiot.
Oh, so you fired him?
No, actually, he ran away. Well, at least, no, it doesn't matter. He ran away. I'm sure you won't have any trouble. So, how's your daughter doing these days anyway?
Ellie's doing fine. I'm a little worried about getting her an education here, though.
I can find something here to take care of that.
Greg enters from stage left.
Damn, I am good. I just. Hey, is this the new guy? New guy! Awesome!
Ah, Greg, glad you could make it. This is Liam. He'll be doing Abel's old job.
Able. Oh, that's a laugh. Guy was barely able to dress himself every day. Hey, did you tell him about the blood?
Well, no, that
What blood?
nothing. Just a little in Abel's old room.
It ain't quantity, it's quality. And smeared across the ceiling? He didn't cut himself shaving, that's for damn sure.
That's not the room I'm staying in, is it? I don't want a blood ceiling.
No. Abel's old room is storage now. Let's not talk about Abel anymore. Abel's gone. You're here. These are the facts. Wild speculation will get us nowhere.
Hey, is this macaroni and cheese? Alright! So, how'd Ed Shanghai you into taking this job?
You don't have to tell him. Don't worry about it.
Ed here saved my daughter's life, and there's no way I can ever pay him back. So I do what I can.
You have a daughter? How old? What's she look like?
She's 19-ish, right?
20, yeah. Well, I'm sure she'll meet everyone later.
Oh, that's great. It'll brighten up the place a little. Have a little girl running around.
She, isn't really little. What is it that you do again?
Greg here works over in communications.
I don't just work in communications. I am communications.
Yes, I suppose you did, are? Something. Yes, Greg was instrumental to the whole project.
Damn straight.
Lights fade. Lights up. The set is the same as before, but with different dishes on the table. The plates hold a selection of almost eaten food.
Time for dessert? Who wants flan?
I'd like some, Mr. Edward.
Call me Ed. What about you, Greg?
Hell yeah, I'm always up for fun.
Well, then I'll be right back.
Ed leaves, stage right.
So, Ellie, where's Liam? Thought he'd be here.
Oh, Dad? I don't know. I guess he's still working. He said it's gonna take a lot of work to sort everything out. Everything about that Abel guy left.
I'll bet. So you don't think he'll make it for dinner? Your dad, that is?
I guess not.
Wow, what a shame. So, how are you liking here? Settling in fine?
I guess. I hear you do communications. So that would be telephones and stuff.
Do communications? Baby, I am communication. But yeah, telephones, television, telegraph, radio, we do it all.
Television?
Indeed. TV rules. Did you want to see the studio? I could take you down there.
Gee, that sounds great and all, but I'm kind of busy now, settling in and all. But hey, maybe tomorrow or something, my dad can come too. I'd bet he'd like it.
Where's the fun in that? It'll only take a minute. Come on, it'll be grand.
I'm really eager to get back to my stuff. I can't just leave it all unorganized, you understand.
Well, hey, maybe I can help.
How far away is the kitchen? Ed's been gone a while.
Ed enters, carrying 3 bowls of ice cream on a tray.
Ta-da! Ice cream!
But you went to get flan.
Yeah, never mind the flan. There were some difficulties.
What happened?
Nothing. Enjoy your ice cream.
Liam enters, stage left.
Hey, El.
Hi, Dad.
Ah, you've arrived. How are things?
Abel's filing technique was quite horrendous.
Well, there's still some food.
No, I had something to eat while I was working. I won't say no to some ice cream, though.
Grab a spoon. We can split mine.
Liam takes a seat next to Ellie, and they enjoy some delicious ice cream. Ed smiles, and Greg glares.
I have work to do. Excuse me.
You didn't finish your ice cream.
Eh, turns out I wasn't hungry.
Greg exits, stage left. Everyone eats in silence. Lights fade. Lights up on the table. The place settings are there, but no food yet. Ed enters stage right, whistling tunelessly, carrying a large pot of something. Sets the pot down in the center of the table as Liam and Ellie enter stage left.
Oh, hello. I'm still getting things set up. It'll be a minute.
We can wait. Is there anything I can help you with, Mr. Edward?
Oh, sure. I have a few more things that need carrying. Follow me.
Ed and Ellie exit together, stage right. Liam smiles and Ellie rolls her eyes. Lauren and Ron can be heard talking off stage before they actually appear. Entering stage left. Lauren and Ron.
So, do you have any thoughts?
Thoughts?
Yes, about what we were discussing earlier. Oh, well, I was thinking. Oh, hello! You must be the new guy.
Yes, I'm Abel's replacement. My name's Liam. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Terribly sorry about that. We only make it back there, back here to the center once in a blue moon. I'm Lauren Hale from Development, and this is Ron Fair. He runs Medical.
Greetings.
I had heard some things from Ed, but it's nice to finally put a face to the name. I hear you've done some pretty wondrous things, Dr. Hale.
Well, I do what I can, and call me Lauren. I left all of those formalities behind when I came here. Ron here is the real genius. Why don't you tell him about some of the things you've done, Ron? Oh, you should have been here a few years back, right when we were reopening the Southern Rail. Ron here worked some real miracles after there was that awful accident. Oh, it was tremendous.
Where's Ed?
Oh, he and my daughter are getting the rest of the food. They should be back any minute.
Ron and Lauren take a seat. Ed and Ellie enter stage right, bearing dishes.
Oh, Ron, Lauren, I'm so glad you came. Seems like it's been ages.
Yes, we have to talk.
Oh, after dinner. This is time for food, Ellie. These are Ron and Lauren. Ron and Lauren, this is Ellie. She's Liam's daughter.
Yeah, I hope this place isn't crushing your youthful spirit. What? No, it's fine. Give it time, give it time. So, what's for eating?
Oh, some stew, a few casseroles. You had the bad luck to show up for the how long have these cans been in here dinner?
Well, it smells delicious.
Thanks.
Good. Ron, don't you agree?
Everyone dishes themselves some food. Nobody talks. Lauren looks at everyone.
So, did they ever find that other shoe?
What?
Never mind her.
What shoe?
Oh, it's nothing. Everything's fine.
Lauren, what shoe are you talking about?
Sorry, I just assumed you knew. Never mind.
It could have been anyone's shoe. Everyone wears shoes like that.
Anyway, they found one shoe in an air duct a few days after Abel disappeared. It was in notable condition.
Bloodstained? Greg told me about the ceiling.
Wait, bloodstains on the ceiling? I never heard about this blood ceiling. This isn't in my room, is it?
No. Abel's old room is storage now, and the shoe wasn't bloodstained. There wasn't anything sinister about the shoe.
Was bisected.
Like right down the middle.
You think he ran away, Ed?
Well, it could have been anyone's shoe. Look, nobody is murdering my administrators in the night. Abel ran away. He was acting weird for weeks before he disappeared. You all saw it. He obviously flipped out in the middle of the night and ran off, perhaps leaving behind a blood stain and two halves of a shoe. Nothing to worry about. Everything's fine.
Greg enters, stage left.
Howdy, y'all! Wow, Lauren and Ron. What a surprise. Of course, it would really be surprising if only one of you was here. But hey, is that dangerously nearing expiration stew? I gotta get some of that.
You said you were here all the time.
What? When? I didn't say that.
Not you, jackass. Lauren.
Aren't I? You're talking crazy. Greg, I'm here all the time.
No, you're talking crazy, crazy talker. You only eat here when you know Ron's coming.
Lauren. We have had this discussion.
Oh, it's not like before. Ed, tell him I've been here.
Let's forget about this. Who wants dessert?
We just started eating. It doesn't matter. I'll talk to you later. Excuse me.
Ron exits, stage left.
Hey!
Lauren runs off, stage left. Greg sits down at Lauren's plate and begins eating her food.
So Ed, you mentioned dessert.
Lights fade. Lights up on the table, devoid of place settings. Liam is sitting with a stack of papers, a bowl of crackers, and a glass of water.
The hell is all this? Abel, you'd better really have been horribly murdered. Because if I ever find you, getting your shoes chopped into will be the least of your worries.
Liam shuffles through the papers, taking them out, rearranging them, making notes in a manner that looks like some kind of work. Lauren enters, stage left.
Oh, sorry, you look busy. I'll just leave. Sorry.
I'm not that busy, and I feel really bad about what happened at dinner. That Greg, well,
Don't feel bad. It's not your fault. And it isn't really Greg's fault. It's my fault. All my fault.
She takes a seat next to Liam and rests her head on the table.
Mm,
do you want some crackers? I could go get you something to drink.
No need. But I'll take you up on those crackers. Thanks.
Do you want to talk about it?
But what now?
About dinner? Ron, whatever.
No, not really. It's just he refuses to even speak with me. I started following him a little while after I got here, and he just told me to stop. Didn't ask why, didn't care what I wanted, didn't care about me. If I were to start stalking you, wouldn't you at least ask me why? Wouldn't it mean anything to you? But I thought if I stopped, he might think about it, so I stopped. But then I never saw him. If I never saw him, how would I know if he changed? I had to see him occasionally, or he might just forget. So I started coming to dinner whenever he was here, and, well,
I'm really sorry.
don't be. Like I said, it's me.
Well, it's still damn sad. Did you catch up with him?
Yes! But it didn't go well. He just doesn't care.
Well, what about you? Tell me about you.
No. You're busy. I've wasted enough of your time.
Oh, believe me, I'd rather spend an eternity hearing about your troubles than put one more minute into these damn nonsensical papers. Half the time I can't tell what's a number and what's a word. Like this. What the hell is this?
Oh, the 1/dash notation. Haven't seen that in ages. It had to do with a filing system that was obsolete before I got here. Let's see. In this case, it's kind of an index thing. It tells you where in the central archives you could have found all the information on this project. Or at least you could have found the information there. Except everything in central got shipped up north to the secondary archives. That makes this almost completely useless.
So then why would he have kept it?
The faintest. Let me see some more. I'll tell you what we're dealing with here.
All right, thank you.
Don't mention it.
Lights fade. Lights up on the table, devoid of dishes and place settings. Nobody is on stage until Greg enters. Stage left. He sits down in a chair away from the head of the table, then looks around, stands back up, sits down at the end of the table, and relaxes with much stretching and groaning. Ron enters stage right with a bowl of oatmeal.
Greg,
What? Oh, Ron. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you.
Greg gets up and moves back to his previous chair. Ron moves down to the foot of the table and sits.
Seriously though, what's up? What are you doing here? What did you and Ed talk about?
nothing.
You never do nothing, man.
My business is my own.
Going out of my skull here, dude. Tell me what's going on.
No.
Fine, be that way. I have secrets too. Brave, terrible secrets. Secrets that would smash your mind like an egg.
Ron eats.
Come on, man, don't be like that.
No. Ed and I will discuss it, and then he will decide if anyone else gets to find out.
Ed can't keep a secret to save his soul. If he knows something, everybody will know it soon enough. So you should tell me right now. Take out the middleman.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
Greg, I will stab you right in the throat if you do not shut up right now. Greg, is there anything else you wanted?
I guess not.
Good.
Greg exits. Stage right. Liam enters. Stage left with a manila folder full of papers.
Ron, just the man I was looking for. I've got some papers here, and Lauren says you're the guy to see.
She does she?
Yeah, she says the Northern Archives are under your control. I don't understand why, though. I thought you were medical.
It's complicated. What do you want?
Well, I've got these papers here that reference a bunch of files that are somewhere in the archives, and I was hoping you could help me get a hold of them.
There's a form for that. Fill out the forms. If the folks in the archive can't find the files, they'll get to you in 4 weeks or so.
But you're right here. Can't you help me out?
Well, perhaps. Tell me, Liam. Do you believe in immortality? I do. I believe you just have to want it bad enough. You have to want it with every fiber of your being. You have to want it in your very core. You have to want it, and you have to be ready and willing to take it. You can't be a dyer, Liam. If you're a dyer, you've failed before you've begun. You have to be a killer. Are you a killer, Liam? You smell like a killer to me. Death wraps around you like a cloak. But are you killer enough? How high are the stakes going to be before you grasp the handle on the long knife? Never mind. Fill out the forms. Folks in the archive can find the files. They'll get to you in 4 weeks or so.
Okay, right. I'll fill out the forms.
Greg re-enters. Stage right with a large bottle and a metal container like they use for paint thinner.
Trying to get something from Ron? Good luck with that, mate.
Didn't I tell you to shut up?
Greg exits. Stage left.
Give them here.
Huh?
The papers. Let me have them.
Oh, sure thing.
Meh.
Ron
You're
flips
going to have to fill out the forms still, but there is an alternative to the archive copies. The original author will still have a copy in many cases. Several of these people are no longer with us, but these you'll have no trouble finding.
Let's see. These were all written by a Dr. Lecht. Who's he? Where can I find him?
You know him. He just left. Dr. Gregor Lecht, head of communications.
Greg? No shit. You people will call just about anyone a doctor, won't you?
Yes.
Lights fade. Lights up on the table. place settings and food.
Anyways, and then the waiter says, "Looks like the backstroke, sir."
Ellie enters. Stage left.
Do you mind if we trade seats? That seat's fine.
Greg smiles creepily.
If that seat's fine, why won't you trade? I'm already sitting. Possession is 9/10, babe.
There's a whole other side of the table, honey.
Ellie sits on the other side of the table. Dishes herself some food.
So, Greg, I was going through Abel's stuff, and a lot of it is references to other documents. Some of it looks to have been written by you. Do you think I could have a look at some of it later?
Well, depends on what you want.
Greg, he outranks you. You have to give him anything he asks for.
Like hell I do. Ed, you know everything I worked on. Back me up on this.
I'm sorry, Liam, but Greg's right. He worked on some very very secret stuff. You have your own work to worry about. No need to go digging for any more.
I don't need to see every scrap of paper Greg ever put his name on, just some things that Abel referenced. If Abel knew about it, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't.
Abel was crazy.
I highly doubt his mind was shattered by the eldritch knowledge contained in a bunch of technical reports.
I don't see why you're even doing this, Liam. Just chuck Abel's stuff into storage. Somebody will get around to sorting it eventually.
I'm doing this on my own time, Ed, and I don't want it to get done eventually. I want it done now.
I think it's noble.
How the hell is this noble?
Questing for enlightenment is inherently noble, Greg.
Are you just stringing random words together, Lauren? Enlightenment? Enlightenment is not something you get from sorting through the junk of some crazy dead guy.
A crazy missing guy. Abel isn't dead, he just ran away.
And now you're trying to drag me into this bullshit mess. You're going to waste an assload of time hunting down records and sifting through papers and eventually find out what I could have told you in 5 minutes. Abel was madder than squirrels. You'll hunt down every scrap mentioned in his zany index of pointlessness, and then when you get to the end, you'll have collected yourself a mighty fine pile of unrelated crap. But you know what? Fine. I'll give you your damn files, and I hope you choke on them. Give me the list later, and I'll get you your freaking goddamn worthless, pointless files.
Thanks, Greg.
Eh.
I'm glad you're all working happily together. Though you really shouldn't bother, Liam. Abel...
Was crazy. Yes, I get it. Abel was crazy. Abel was crazy. Abel was crazy.
So, are you all the only people who ever come to dinner?
Oh, some other department heads come by occasionally, but their work generally keeps them away. We're lucky Ron and Lauren can be here.
I'm only here tonight because I need to talk to you.
I thought you were going to do that yesterday.
I was going to do that yesterday, and you disappeared on me.
Did I? I was in the greenhouse. Didn't you get my note?
No, I didn't get any note, or else we would have talked. I wouldn't be here today, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
You didn't get the note, huh? Well, how...
Ed fishes in pocket. Crinkling of paper.
I see now. Whoopsie. Well, you shouldn't have left so early.
He's got you there. Hey, what's so important that Ron would tear himself away from his precious medical? Ed, is something up?
Oh, Ron's got a revised list of the primary tier requirements for when the new facilities start going up.
Really? Well, ain't that something? New facilities. Awesome, awesome. Hey, do you think I could get in on that?
Oh, absolutely. The more the merrier. Two heads are better than one, etc., etc.
It's about too many cooks. Two's company, three's a crowd. Those ringing any bells, Ed?
Oh, don't be silly. Greg would be a great help. Have you seen the new communications wing? That place is swank. Hey, Lauren, you should get on this too. I remember back when we started on your building, you did great stuff.
What?
I really don't think that's necessary.
Me neither. Me and Ron will have it well in hand.
I already had it well in hand. These are my facilities.
Oh, you all. Don't worry, it'll be fun. Like the old days.
That's nothing at all like the old days. I remember the old days. I was there. For one thing, it could have been a cold day for flying pigs when Lauren and I collaborated on a damn thing.
That's because you used to work for me.
And I've moved upward and forward while you've wallowed in stagnation. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Shut your face, Ingrid. I made you.
I made myself.
I seem to recall a truly horrendous safety record where some of your associates were concerned. Seems to me you made your last big break immediately after Dr. Chauson brought it.
Hey, he was like a brother to me. If you're implying what I think you're implying.
Oh, am I implying? It was meant to be more of an accusatory affair. Let me rephrase. I think you killed Chauson and stole his work.
Damn, you have no evidence for this. Which makes sense, because this is a completely and utterly false collection of untrue lies.
Ed is focusing on his food, trying to ignore everything. Ron is punching himself repeatedly in the forehead. Ellie is gesturing at Liam to do anything, who responds only with a resigned shrug.
Everyone, hey. It's one meeting. I think you'll survive it.
Don't be so sure. After what happened to Chauson,
Stop lying, you venomous hag.
methinks the lady doth protest too much. Eh?
Bite your tongue.
Hey, perhaps I wasn't clear. Calm down.
Oh. But Liam, he started it.
I started it. What conversation were you listening to, liar? Look at it. She's at it again. Lying.
I don't care. Ed, you gonna do something here?
What? Do something?
Ed.
You two. Quit it.
We gonna have any problems? Good. That's what I thought.
Everyone eats in silence for a moment.
So, we will be having the meeting immediately after dinner?
What? Oh, no. Meeting with more people like this, it needs an agenda and proper filing.
No, we will be having the meeting first thing tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's no good for me. I have to go meet Lucky. Be gone for a while.
What?
Sorry, Ron. You know how it is. Lucky calls a meeting, and I go.
We don't need an agenda. We're going to talk about my new facilities. I know what I am going to say.
Yes, but Greg and Lauren are being brought into this suddenly. I think the delay will be helpful.
And take them back out again. I told you. I already know what I need.
Let's not reopen that can of worms, shall we?
Ron, desperately trying to contain his rage, rises and without saying another word, exit, stage left.
He always leaves this early. Is it my food?
I like the food, Mr. Edward.
Thanks. You're nice to say so.
So, who's Lucky?
Yes, Lucky. He's an associate of mine.
Why is he called Lucky?
His real name is Cumbersome. Greg, what was it again?
Ulik Jedurchek.
Ah, yeah, that's it.
Anything I need to be mindful of while you're gone?
Mm, no, I can't really think of anything.
This Lucky guy sounds ominous. Where do you meet him? In a private room in the back of a casino? Or on a giant yacht in international water? Or in a creepy warehouse with one of those, like, backlit industrial fans or something?
No, nothing like that. Usually the bar at his hotel. Though once we went to a hockey game.
He owns a hotel? That's cool.
No, he just lives there.
Oh,
I like to think I associate with classier people than you'd find in a creepy warehouse.
Mackie uses a warehouse for his meetings.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't a creepy warehouse.
Lights fade. Lights up on the table. Darkness outside. Liam is sitting enjoying some crackers and reading a novel. The table is otherwise bare until Greg enters, carrying a cardboard box. The bottle and the metal container from earlier are in the box, along with several 3-ring binders. Greg sets them on the table.
Here you go. I'll be right back.
Greg takes the empty bottle off stage right while Liam picks out a binder at random and flips it open. Flips through it, pulls out the rest of the binders, arranging them before him. Greg returns with a pair of highball glasses and sits down.
Do you see now how pointless it was to get those?
Yeah, this looks like everything on the list.
Yeah, I decided none of those were too secret, especially considering how I could never get permission to actually build any of them.
Takes the metal container from the box.
Hey, you want a drink?
What is that?
Don't worry about the container. I just use it for laughs. This is just a little something. Made it myself. It's probably brandy.
Probably.
I'm a little shaky on the nomenclature, especially when you start going beyond the boundaries of normal distilling and venture into uncharted waters. But that's what science is about, right? Uncharted waters.
I am not seized with desire to sample the unnamed experimental liquor.
Your loss.
Greg pours himself a glass of the dark liquid.
Rock and roll!
Slurps
Slurp.
it back.
Yeah!
Liam takes a whiff of the empty glass.
Oh, God. What do you make this out of?
It's mostly wine, some science-grade miscellany, 5 secret herbs and spices.
Herbs and spices?
Secret herbs and spices. Okay, I'll tell you. Cloves, cinnamon, vinegar, hemlock.
Stop right there. Vinegar is neither herb nor spice.
That's part of the secret.
And you mean hemlock the tree, right? Not hemlock the plant.
Why?
Oh, God.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm kidding. Well, except I'm not. But small doses are fine.
How small?
Dunno. Haven't died yet, though, so I've obviously got it right.
You keep this stuff locked away at all times, right?
Of course! Bastards can make their own drinks.
Yeah, right. And the last herb or spice?
I'm not entirely sure. I found it in an unlabeled jar in the back of the cupboard. Don't know what it'll do when it runs out. I've got plenty of unlabeled jars. I'm sure one of them will make an acceptable substitute. You sure you don't want some? I don't share often. This may be your last chance.
I think I'll pass. Anyways, back to the files. What exactly are all these?
Well, this one here is the only one they ever let me build, but then they made me stop. Some people who are liars, afraid of those who are smarter they are, thought it was unacceptably risky.
What was it?
A radio transmitter, of a sort, anyways, turned out to have been stronger than I anticipated.
How bad was it?
It killed Dr. Shawson.
Oh God, I'm sorry. You said you two were close.
Indeed, we were.
How did he die?
Messily.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
It was an accident.
And they never let you build any of the rest of these?
Nope. Not even Ed would support me on them. Apparently they are obviously and inherently dangerous, and to even attempt construction would doom us all to a fiery grave.
That bad, huh?
Maybe. I guess we'll never know.
Why would Abel want these plans?
I thought you'd understood. Abel was bonkers, loony, crazy, insane, mental, demented, cachetic, cracked, nutty, out of his mind, unbalanced, unhinged, touched in the head, and completely, utterly, and totally batshit loco.
Does it bother you that a crazy man was gathering plans that, if constructed, might very well kill everyone?
That's...
So aren't you curious about what else Abel was gathering?
Well, now you put it like that. Time for another drink. Yeah!
Lights fade. Lights up on the table, devoid of place settings. Ellie is sitting in Liam's spot, eating a bowl of cereal, and Ed is in his spot, finishing up a bowl of the same kind of cereal. Something colorful, like a Fruit Loops or a Trix.
Sometimes I think we should get new chairs.
Oh, like what?
Something cool. You know those old egg-shaped chairs? I'd like to get a bunch of those.
That'd be spiffy.
Wouldn't it? You know, happy. I want a happy room.
Maybe you should get new curtains?
You're so right. I just think that maybe everyone would get along better in a happier room. People have been so negative lately. And you were there last night.
It wasn't so bad, Mr. Edward.
Yeah, right. In Russia in winter gets a tad nippy. I wish everyone would be happy, Ellie.
That's a nice thought. I think it might not be the fault of the chairs, though.
You're probably right. No, I know you're right, but I just don't know what to do anymore. It used to be so easy. Well, I guess I should head out. Thanks for talking.
Not a problem. Have a nice trip, Mr. Edward.
Thanks.
Greg enters, stage left.
Hey, Ed, you leaving?
Indeed.
No, later then.
Ed exit, stage left. Greg watches him go and then sits down in Ed's chair.
Hi there.
Hi, Greg.
How are things going? You settled in right now?
I suppose so. I'm getting by.
Well, hey then, this would be the perfect time for you to come down and see the studio.
I'm fine here.
You'll never rise to absolute power eating breakfast this late. I drank my breakfast like 4 hours ago. The secret of my success, getting up before my rivals. Early bird gets the worm, honey.
The early worm gets eaten, and don't call me honey.
Aren't we friends?
You're a familiar acquaintance at best, and even if we were friends, you wouldn't call me honey.
So, what do I need to do to become your friend?
You could tell me why you get along so poorly with Lauren?
And then we'd be friends?
No, but you'd be closer.
Well, I don't want to play the blame game, but it's all her fault. I was just trying to do a job, and she had to keep obstructing me. If it's wrong to want to make things better, then I guess I don't want to be right. I don't particularly want to talk about it. So are we friends now? Will you come see the studio?
Uh.
Lauren enters, stage left.
Oh, hey, Ellie. Have you seen Oh, hell?
Oh, hell do you do.
Ellie, do you know where your dad is? I've been looking all over.
Oh, you're stalking Liam now?
No. I just don't have anything better to do.
Really?
Yes?
You're totally stalking him.
I don't know. Try the library. I went to the library. I've been over every damn inch of this place.
And you aren't stalking him.
Ellie takes her and Ed's bowls and stealthily exits, stage right.
I'll have you know, Liam and I get along very well, and he'd be happy to have my company if he was somewhere I could find him.
Maybe he's plotting against you.
That's idiotic. It doesn't even make sense.
Liam and I, we had a nice chat last night over some scrapped projects of mine. Projects you scrapped. He seemed very impressed with my work.
Those death traps. I'm sure he was just humoring you.
Think what you like. Don't come crying to me when you get deposed. No, wait, do come crying to me. It'd be hilarious.
Liam wouldn't do that. He's a man of quiet integrity.
You're so funny. I wish I could put you in a little jar and preserve you like that forever and ever.
Rick exits, stage right. Ellie enters, stage right, stealthily, and takes Liam's seat again. Lauren sits down in Ed's chair.
I don't like that guy. You shouldn't. He's a bad, mean, awful person. Did you hear those outrageous lies? Did you? He was trying to make me think that Liam was plotting against me. Liam wouldn't do that. Not ever. Of course not. Unless... unless what? Never mind. I'm sure he wouldn't. Why would he depose me? I'm sure he would never. You said unless. Well, if he thought it was necessary, he'd do something he doesn't want to. Necessary. You don't need to worry.
Liam enters, stage left.
Hello, ladies.
Hi, Dad. Liam, I have been looking all over for you.
Oh, I was in a maintenance tunnel. Something I needed to make a decision on, and I wanted to see it first.
That's great. You're like a modern-day Solomon.
Just my job.
Where are you going now?
Now I'm going to get a drink of water. Those tunnels get hot. Excuse me.
Liam exits, stage right.
Are you stalking my dad? No, of course not. I just want to be near him and follow him around a bit just to watch. He's so great. Uh-huh.
Liam enters, stage right, glass of water in hand. Ellie gets up and moves out of Lauren's view before doing the point to your temple and wiggle your finger gesture.
I'll leave you two alone.
Oh?
I have some things I want to get done.
Oh, well, have fun, but be careful.
Uh-huh.
Ellie exits, stage left. Liam takes his seat.
You shouldn't trust Greg.
You two need to find a way to work out your problems once and for all.
Ed won't let us duel. I've already checked.
I was thinking more along the lines of, talking it out.
The man, and I use the term loosely, is a snake.
He did have some pretty crazy ideas, though.
You'd better mean crazy in a bad way.
They are very impressive machines.
Oh, God, you really are on his side.
No, I'm just trying to be fair to everyone.
You aren't plotting against me, are you?
I never plot. If I have a beef with you, you'll be the first to know.
You mean it?
I also never lie.
You really are great. I knew you were the best. I could just feel it from the moment we met.
That's great, Lauren. Really.
One thing, though. Ellie said that if you thought something was necessary, you'd do it even if you didn't want to.
Well, yes. Sometimes personal feelings can't be allowed to get in the way.
So you would lie.
If I knew it was necessary.
So you might be lying right now, if you decided it was necessary.
Anyone could be lying at any point. That's the risk that we all take.
I guess so. So, have you done anything you don't want to do because it was necessary?
That's my personal business, Lauren.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be. Though I'd appreciate it if you didn't ask Ellie about it either.
Sure thing. So you have a dark and mysterious past.
If you say so.
Liam finishes his glass of water.
You want a refill?
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lauren exits, stage right, with glass. A moment, and then Ron enters, stage left. Looks around, sighs, and sits next to Liam.
So, shame about your meeting. I'll have to try to keep Ed more focused.
Good.
About that immortality stuff that you were on about before, is that like a hobby of yours?
Saving souls was Jesus' hobby. If leading the Jews out of Egypt was Moses' hobby, if striving against God is Satan's hobby, then I suppose the pursuit of immortality is my hobby. Problem is, it's so hard to test. If it turns out you get it wrong, finding out leaves you in a permanent state. Nobody's doing good immortality work anymore. Rasputin was obviously doing something right if he was that hard to kill. But it obviously didn't work. But I'm still not sure how he managed even death resistance. So I can't try and extend it into real immunity. I need the right people who kept better records, like Elizabeth Bathory. Her process is fairly well documented, but then she had to go and get killed before definitively living a superhuman lifespan. Now I don't know whether bathing in the blood of virgins will help me stop aging. If I could stop aging, it would give me a lot more time to work on real immortality. If only she was still alive, I'd have a real definitive answer. And she tortured them as she extracted the blood. Is that important? I'd need more experimental controls.
I can see how that would be tricky.
Say, is your daughter...
Leave.
She'd be in the untortured group?
Leave now.
No need to be so upset. Just a little blood.
You don't get it. I'll tell you what. You touch my daughter. Think about touching my daughter. Look at her wrong. Think about looking at her wrong. Or say her name in an improper tone of voice. And then we can test your goddamn immortality right then and there. Clear? Now get out.
Ron sits for a moment, but then exits stage left without pushing in his chair. Liam gets up and slams Ron's chair back against the table. Rages silently, and then slams a fist on the table right as Lauren emerges stage right with drinks.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take so long. Oh, God. Please don't be angry with me.
What? No, you're fine.
Really?
Yeah, Ron stopped by while you were out.
Oh, I was worried there for a moment. I thought you might be angry with me.
No, not at all. Thanks for the water.
Lights fade. Lights up on the table. The place settings are there, but no food is out. Greg is sitting, drinking his mystery juice, as Liam enters stage left.
You have any idea when Lauren needs to get back to her work?
Nope. Used to be she'd light out when Ron left, but now that you're her favorite, I suspect she may never leave.
I mean, she's perfectly nice, but I need 5 minutes alone sometimes.
How'd you get away now?
I ran for it.
You see, you made the mistake of being nice to her. That's one mistake I'm glad I never made.
Being nice to a fellow person is never a mistake.
Yeah, that's priceless. Where did Ed ever find you?
Lauren enters stage left.
Ran into Ron outside. He says he isn't hungry.
That's a shame.
Uh-huh.
Ellie enters stage left.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, you.
Hi there, Ellie.
Ellie looks at the seating and then takes Ed's chair.
So, yeah,
What?
nothing.
People fiddle with their place settings.
So, Liam, where are you from?
Well,
Hold on a minute. Who cooks when Ed's gone?
Everyone looks at everyone.
that's a good question. Is it my job?
I don't know. I've never eaten dinner here when Ed was gone before.
Greg, you're here all the time, right? Do you know?
I usually work through dinner when Ed's gone. I was just in here for a drink when everyone showed up.
Huh. Well, I guess I'll go see what I can scrounge up. Ellie, you want to help?
Not really.
Well, too bad. Come help.
Fine. I'll come too.
Don't worry about it. We've been cooking together for ages. It'll be fine.
I want to come help.
It seems to me that this will be an excellent opportunity for you two to work out your problems.
but Liam,
Liam exits stage right before Lauren can formulate a coherent objection. Ellie shrugs and exits stage right.
Does he know we aren't allowed to duel?
Lights fade. And then come back. Liam and Ellie enter stage right. One carrying a dish of spaghetti and the other a dish of sauce. Put the dishes on the table.
Here we are, spaghetti. A classic.
Liam and Ellie return to their seats and everyone dishes themselves a portion of food.
Did you two work out your problems?
No.
Did you two try? And you wonder why you failed.
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very disappointed in both of you.
Everyone eats for a moment.
It's great, Liam. I didn't know you were a chef.
It's just spaghetti.
So you cooked for yourself and Ellie before you came here.
Yep.
How long have you been doing it?
Just about 20 years, I suppose.
That long, huh? So, so what happened to her mother?
Whose mother?
My mother, Dad. She's asking about Mom.
Well, I'm afraid that's personal.
Oh, forget I asked. Sorry. No, don't be sorry. Damn it, Dad. Just tell her.
Hey, watch your language.
Dad,
I'd rather not talk about it.
you need to stop blaming yourself. It's not your fault.
Now is not the time, Ellie.
It's not your fault.
So you said.
You're being an idiot, Dad.
Then let me be an idiot.
You see, Dad blames himself because my mother and I were kidnapped when I was a baby, and
Ellie?
then Mom was killed, and I...
Ellie!
It's really good spaghetti.
Yes, indeed.
Everyone finishes whatever spaghetti is remaining on their plates. And the lights go out.
Hey, what the hell happened to the lights?
Ah, damn. There were some problems in the tunnels earlier. I guess they didn't get resolved.
I hope it comes back
Lights on.
soon. Hey, what do you know?
I should go check, see what's going on.
I'll come with you.
Oh, fine. Ellie, would you mind cleaning up?
As a matter of fact,
Ellie?
fine.
Don't worry, I'll help.
Oh, joyous.
All right, then. I'll be back soon.
Liam and Lauren exit stage left. Greg begins to stack the plates while Ellie half-heartedly collects the silverware.
Say, here's a thought. When we're done here, how about we head down to my studios? Nobody will be on equipment at night. It'll be adventurous.
Sorry, but,
Where'd you get that dress? It's a really pretty dress.
what?
It fits you so well.
I'm trying to clean.
I'm just being friendly.
We aren't friends. We aren't going to be friends.
Oh, that's no kind of attitude to have. We could be the best of friends.
Greg, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to see your studio. I just want to be left alone.
Oh, Ellie, you're never going to get by around here without friends.
I'll get by fine.
Greg moves.
Ellie. Friends are important, are an important part of a rich and fulfilling life.
I'm going to leave now.
Leaving? So soon?
Yes.
Nope.
Greg grabs her arm.
Hey, let go.
No. Don't be like that. Why so cold?
Greg, no, just let go.
We can be friends. Just you wait.
No.
Yes, we'll be the very best of friends.
Ellie grabs a knife from the pile of silverware she gathered. Greg backs off a pace.
Leave me alone.
Oh, hey now. No need to be hasty.
Leave me alone.
Let's just talk a bit.
Leave me alone.
Ellie takes a few swipes with the knife, and Greg takes a few steps back.
Well, perhaps now isn't a good time for you. Guess I'll see you around then.
Greg exits Stage left. Ellie watches and collapses into the nearest seat, still clutching the knife. Lights fade. Lights up on the table exactly as it was. Ellie, still sitting, still clutching the knife. Liam enters. Stage left.
Ellie, I thought you were gonna clean. Oh shit! What's wrong?
Nothing.
I'm not a complete idiot, Ellie. What happened?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Ellie, please tell me.
Daddy, I don't want to stay here anymore. I want to go home.
Was it Ron? No, guess not. So it was Greg.
Dad, don't. I just want to go home.
Tell you what, you go get your stuff together and I can tell Ed tomorrow.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Nothing. Nothing for you to worry about.
Lauren enters. Stage left.
Ah,
Lauren, please leave. I'm busy.
oh, what?
Lauren,
Don't worry. It'll be like I'm not even here.
please don't make me say it again.
Okay. Then I'll just go.
Thank you.
Lauren exits. Stage left.
Ellie, go pack your stuff.
Dad, I just want to leave. Don't do anything you'll regret later.
Believe me, I'll regret nothing. Now go pack.
Ellie exits. Stage left. Liam begins to clean up the table. Lights fade. Lights up on the table, devoid of things. Liam is standing, staring off stage right, his jacket draped over the back of Ed's chair. Greg enters, stage left.
Hey, Liam, you said you wanted to see me?
Indeed, I did, Greg.
What about?
Liam rolls up his sleeves and walks around the table to position himself between Greg and the left edge of the stage.
Liam, why did you want to see me?
Liam stands next to Greg in silence for a moment and then reaches out, grabs him by the necktie, and pushes him backwards against the table.
This would be about Ellie then.
Yes, Greg, this is about my daughter. What did you do?
Oh, nothing much. I made a perfectly reasonable proposal, and she declined to take me up on it. I saw further discussion would be futile, so I left.
Liam pulls a small knife from his pocket and holds it so it can be seen. Then holds it against Greg's ribs, low on the left-hand side.
Tell me, Greg, do you know what pneumothorax is?
What is this now, a death threat?
Greg, do you know what it is?
What, I'm supposed to tell you what it is, and then you elaborate on how painful a way it is to die? Pneumothorax is when air gets let into your chest cavity, and then your lungs won't function, and you asphyxiate to death slowly. That what you wanted to hear?
You're a quick learner. So you can guess what'll happen if you ever go near Ellie again?
You think this is the first death threat I've dealt with? I stared death in the face more times before noon than most people do all day. You think your little knife is gonna scare me?
Liam stabs Greg.
That's what you get. Something funny?
You had me worried.
Had you worried? I just stabbed you.
I was worried that you were
What?
normal. Oh, it would have ruined my whole paradigm. Good to see it's still the end. I know.
Liam takes a seat.
I feel. Excuse me, I have to seek medical attention.
Greg staggers off, stage right, clutching the knife in his torso. Liam sits and watches him go. Lights fade. Lights up on the table. The curtains are open. Nothing but darkness can be seen outside. Ed is in his chair and Liam is sitting next to him. Between them sits a bowl of crackers and 2 glasses of water.
Good to be back. I'm guessing things were fine while I was gone?
Not so much, Ed.
What do you mean?
For one thing, I stabbed Greg.
Lethally?
No.
I see. Well, no harm, no foul. Was that the worst of it?
No, Ed. I'm sorry, but I'm going to leave. Tonight. I'm taking Ellie and I'm just going to go.
Is this the bargaining thing? I suppose your salary could move upwards a bit if you find it warranted.
No, Ed, this is not a salary thing.
Well, Ellie doesn't have to stay. Don't you have any relatives she could live with? Heck, she's old enough. She can make it on her own.
I'm not just shoving my daughter off into the wilderness.
When you were in a spot, I helped out. How many people would have done what I did? And now you're leaving?
I don't want to.
Then don't. Liam, I need help here. I'm trying, but I can't control it anymore. I need you.
Ed, I have to. If it was just me, well, it'd be a different matter, but I have a daughter to think about.
She wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for me. Liam, you owe this to me.
I'm sorry, Ed.
Don't be sorry. Just don't leave. I need you here. I don't know what will happen if things keep going this way, and I don't know what to do. I just need someone to help me. And if I could just fix things, then everyone might get along, and we could all be happy and accomplish something.
Ed, I just can't do this.
Fine. Just abandon me. I was wrong. I don't need you. I'll find someone else. Someone who... Liam, why? Why can't you just stay?
I'm so sorry, Ed. This is goodbye.
Liam gets up and walks towards stage left. Then stops and turns to Ed before reaching the exit.
This isn't about you, Ed. I just want you to know that you're welcome at my home anytime. No hard feelings?
Just go.
My advice, Ed? You should get out. This place, it isn't healthy.
Liam exits. Stage left. Ed takes a cracker and takes one bite before putting it back in the bowl and sweeping the bowl off the table with a swipe of his arm. Lights fade. Curtain.
Aw.
All right, now everybody come
The
back out
end.
for a bow.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey.
Yay!
Curtain call.
Da, 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 da.
What a horrible bastard Greg is.
Very good job, though, Shakes.
Happy
Hank.
happy to only be the second
I wish.
creepiest person here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I wish you could all see how much I gesticulated
Oh,
while
I could
voicing
hear it.
Greg.
I could
I
hear
was
it.
just
My
My
posture
arms are going fucking crazy.
my posture shifted from like what I imagine Raven walks around like from Teen Titans, and then Dr. Membrane just back and forth.
And encore where Greg gets stabbed again.
Not again.
Take that.
He was fine the first time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Finally, a test.
Just put it with the second one.
You think these are my real lungs?
Greg,
Fool.
Greg comes to Ron, and Ron's like, finally, I can test my theory.
Hey, want a drink?
This will only hurt a whole lot, Greg.
Oh boy, more bullshit.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, Ellie and Lauren, how come when you guys talk, your mouths open at the same time? What's up with that?
I think that lady's copying me or mouthing what I'm doing. I don't know.
Isn't it solidarity?
It's a
Yeah.
way to get closer to Liam. If he thinks that I'm his daughter,
I'll replace his daughter.
That guy rules.
Motion for motion.
I
We're
was
not here anymore. We left.
I
Oh,
want to
no.
I want
PO.
you-
Yeah.
This is a very good play. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope
you.
everyone had a good time.
Thank you for putting this on.
Liam opens a suitcase and Lauren comes out.
Hello.
I fell in.
Oh dear. Oh no, I've fallen in.
Well, you
I
just
don't-
can't put me outside, though, can you?
Just a small note. I don't think we explicitly stated it before, but this play was written by Public Opinion, and all of the assets that you have seen tonight were also made by Public Opinion. Backgrounds,
indeed.
sprites, everything.
He's
Dude.
a
Except
cool
the music.
artist.
Music was made by friend of the show,
Thylacinus.
Thylacinus.
I laugh.
Thank you, Thyle, for that lovely intro music.
Mm.
Clap, clap, clap for the musicians.
An insane amount of talented people worked on this.
And then we showed up and ruined it.
Yeah, sorry.
Goofed all over it.
Y'all did
No,
great,
it was-
though.
It was fun doing something serious. Like,
This is
I was talking,
Yeah.
I think, on Art Soup, how this is a departure given our
Shrek
given our,
theme movie
our
history.
track record. for
The very
table
last
reads.
the very last thing we did for a table read was Donkey like being an anime girl and
Transatlantic donkey.
that's right.
Yeah.
Like we his I don't know, this is cool. I very much like this. I hope we get to do this again, this exact play again, and switch the
I-
roles.
I was
I
actually
did kind of want to play Lauren when, before.
I want to do
yeah,
Greg.
She's fun.
I kind of wanted to play Ed. I
I think you all
also
did great.
I can't imagine that PO was writing this and didn't have like a very like detailed idea of like what Ed's whole operation is. So like if you wanted to expand on it or like make the play bigger somehow or something, that would be cool.
Deeply interested in what they're actually doing.
The Edtopia lore.
Yeah, what?
What kind of
It's
supervillain
complicated.
operation are we running here?
I bet it's complicated, but I know it's in that
I will
brain of yours.
study.
maybe next Art Soup, there will be
Oh, happily.
the full fucking revelation of what on earth is going on with Ed's shit.
I'm so into it.
Yeah, but
Be a good time.
I hope that you
Humble
all,
Mothman.
our audience tonight has enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun, and this play or not, I'd love to do more of these.
Yeah,
Big same.
Yeah.
Maybe
my,
even write one.
my one regret was there is a scene that is very dependent on the order that people are
the
sitting in,
chairs.
but I did not
Yeah, a little bit.
change the order that the sprites were in, and it was
Well-
All you really need to know is that Greg is a creep. and
He's a-
nobody
Hi.
likes him.
And Ellie
Hello.
doesn't want to sit next to.
I
I'm
really,
here to steal the show.
I
Would rather
really,
sit next to Ron.
I really don't want to
And
sit
eat
next
it.
to Craig.
I'm going to eat the show.
Well, you got enough teeth.
It's
for it.
just my nature.
If Pio lets us do this again, I'm gonna angle for Greg because I want to be a salesman, a car salesman.
When I first read the script, I was like, Greg is
Oh,
fucking wordsy. I can picture his douchebag voice that he does so no.
So well.
It's my natural
Good.
speaking voice.
You make a
Yeah.
great no.
No, it's mine.
Speaking of characters who I immediately cast as somebody, congratulations, Zara, on doing a great job as Liam. I was,
Very
Thank you.
good.
I was
Yeah.
just like, man, this feels like Zara.
He is a very straight man, just like to the T. And even when I was reading it, I was just like, yeah, I can do this.
He doesn't want to be here, really.
when I was preparing and when I knew because I knew that Zara was going to be Liam, it changed how I was going to do Ellie's voice. Because before I was kind of
I was wondering about that.
yeah, that I tried to make my voice rumble a little bit more because I tried to emulate you the best I could while still being different. And because originally it was going to be Dad, I like much
Yeah.
higher pitch and stuff.
Ah.
That's a fucking artistry.
I
Hello.
I like making my eye glow when I talk.
Same.
I wish this happened in real life.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that'd be so
fucking
cool.
action figures. Just pressing the
Yeah.
button on the back. Yeah.
Hi, can I
that
get
battery's
a-
not gonna last a week.
Can I get a large burrito with?
Just like cheer combo.
We have food at home.
But yeah, like I would expect some technical difficulties for our first proper production. This is a young art form, the streamed play, stream community theater.
The faceless stream theater.
Did anybody else wear dress clothes?
No, but if I'm being
Aw.
entirely honest, I looked at the menu and thought, how many of these things could I make
I
within time?
So,
I
okay, so as I mentioned at the top, this play was produced by people, and from what I understand, I was not actually involved in the production. It was kind of like I wrote the script and handed it off to,
Mhm.
but from what I hear, the entire budget basically went to food.
delicious.
Using real food on stage? What?
Yeah, I think that's on them.
Fucking they deserve to run out of money.
Yeah, y'all know people make fake stuff for plays, right?
My
Come on.
dumbass would absolutely need the
Just-
real food for the immersion.
Just
Like,
learned mime
This
eating
is just
food.
what I was told.
Did you actually get to see the
I
production?
did get to see it. Yeah, I went.
How was it?
It was good. The
Mhm.
the one that okay, so this was at the local community college, which means that basically every available actor is somebody fairly young.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Ron was written like to be an old guy, and like his desperate quest to stave off death came off a bit less earnest when it was delivered by the healthiest guy on campus, who I believe was like the Marine recruiter also.
Holy
Oh, jeez.
yes,
Immortality can be yours, kids. Join the Marines.
Flex.
We're rating.
You want to live forever?
We're rating the Army Twitch channel tonight,
Fuck
right?
no.
Oh god, no.
Never.
What's their official name?
I
Raid
snort fridge
phrase-
mold.
Raid phrase
No,
war
I-
crimes.
Hold on. I just want to do something. Okay. Forest. There we go. Thanks for reminding
Wow.
me.
Incredible.
What have you done?
Now you'll never be raided by the army.
Ah, I see.
It dunked
It's
on
just
Army.
that easy.
What do you be all that you can be over there?
On these nuts.
I don't know. Pio, do you want to do any sort of post-show question answer sort of thing?
If
Any-
anybody's got them,
If you have your questions, please
In the,
just shove them in the chat
in the cast
Go.
or the audience.
or
Give us
comments.
all the
Questions, comments.
queries.
yeah. If
Concerns.
if people in the cast have questions, I can address those while anybody in the audience gets a moment to type theirs.
How in general would you say our role or our depictions, not physical but acting wise, compared to the original, or is that too far back in your memory?
Well, I can't really remember anybody except the Liam's performance. He did both Sarah and that Liam did good jobs. He let's see, and I thought we had a pretty good Ed back then as well, and that was let's see,
How did I compare to the military recruiter?
much more harrowed. This play is based off of a kind of a lore or a fantasy world that I've been tweaking and adding to and thinking about for how old am I? That many years, basically. It's
Came out of the womb with this one.
it's let's see. I suppose. Well, okay. Probably that many years minus like 9. I'm pretty sure I only really started, giving it like capital L lore after I played Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Mm.
It's the very
So-
very earliest version of Braun here was just the Poe salesman.
So the original inspiration for the play was Ocarina of Time. Question answered.
I do have one question related to the play. Whose job is it to make dinner when Ed isn't there?
Liam's.
Greg's.
Nope.
I like to imagine it's Greg's job. He just doesn't care.
I won't tell anyone.
It's
It's
Wink.
it's unclear.
So
This
when-
is the version of the world that exists in the play is kind of trimmed down. There would be more of a staff in my $100 million dream
Production.
adaptation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
it's implied that there are other people in this facility, and they just don't come to the dinner because they all know better.
yeah.
I mean,
Hot mess.
this
Don't want
whole
to deal with any of these people.
this whole organization is implied to be bigger because Ron mentions like, oh yeah, you talk to the people at the other archives and they'll
Yeah.
handle that. Like,
Gotta meet.
Yeah,
there has to be more people that work here.
Gotta meet
and
Lucky.
Greg has staff that he
Mhm.
referred to not being there. So yeah, come to my studio. Hey, come to my studio.
Okay.
Why don't you come down to my studio? There's nobody there.
Fucking never.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm
We're
gonna
see
shoot you with a
cameras
gun.
and
Will you at least turn me into something cool?
a switchboard.
I like to think that like if the incident with Greg had not happened and Liam and Ellie were staying here, it would eventually just be a case of Liam does not come to dinner anymore. He would be one of the many employees who just does not show up.
I want it on the record that I have screen capped Wyme's comment for posterity that reads, Greg already has the big Tumblr sexy man energy.
I did the exact same
Ooh.
thing.
I saw it and I hate it.
I
It's
you
so
guys
potent.
like in 10 years when we look at a website online, we're gonna see Lorax or the Onceler fucking Greg post.
Now it's
No,
Ron's
Wime, you're
turn to
totally
be-
right.
Now it's
He just-
Ron's turn to be the sexy man.
He only needs to be very tall. I think that's the only thing we haven't 100% technically confirmed. He looks very tall sitting
I-
at this height.
His torso's already pretty long,
I
so
like
unless
to
he has the
assume-
little dinky legs.
I'm always picturing Greg with very stubby legs.
I think
Shuffling around.
Man, he used to have very long legs in his old design, but I think I kind of like made him 75% torso at some point.
Little Among Us
Wow.
legs.
His body
Oh,
type
boy.
is
kind of-
basically a trash can. He's kind of just a perfect cylinder all the way to his head.
Oh, he's a snake.
It's just my nature.
Those
Terrible.
legs.
Those legs. I kind of imagined him looking like Eggman from the waist down.
God
Originally.
Yeah,
damn it.
Imagining the tiny legs make him feel a lot less threatening.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
He's
fucking hate
still
that
like
hedgehog.
8 feet tall.
He can't. He will not
Just
kick
all
you.
torso.
He's
But
kind of
he
just
can
a refrigerator
constrict.
walking around.
He can he can fall down while chasing you, and like his head will knock into you and real bad.
Well, hey,
Hey
there.
there. I just wanted to see what's going on.
If
Just giving you a heads up.
A little joke, it's.
That's a lot of blood.
Greg's coming
yeah,
through.
that's a pretty good amount of blood. We'll put a pin in it. I'm gonna go.
Virgin,
Absolutely not.
can I take your blood?
How much?
We'll talk about it.
Dad, for real. Okay, we either kill them or we're leaving. I don't understand.
5 seconds.
We are like an hour away from this place in our car. Stop asking.
I just think we should maybe go back and kill them instead.
Really? Like they could be a pall of like other people in the world. I don't know.
Great. We'll
Liam
strike
has
again.
Liam has very big not my problem energy.
Kind of.
I mean, to be fair, it really isn't.
Yeah.
So very much is not.
a while there was a okay, so this is the play kind of takes an alt history approach to my vision of the setting, in that like things get bad enough quickly enough that Liam and Ellie just leave.
Right.
The canon, the prime version of the setting is that Liam kind of has to stick it out as things don't, go badly much more slowly.
This is an abridged version of the
Yeah.
story.
I
Yeah.
ran a 4th edition play-by-post game on Something Awful years ago
Dang.
that was set in this setting, in
Rad.
the semi-post-apocalypse, after Ed is the one who leaves and things go completely to hell. Greg is basically like 60% responsible for the apocalypse there.
I vaguely.
That
Oh
is-
shit! Sorry, go ahead.
That is surprisingly low. Sorry, go on.
I'm getting weird deja vu because I think I remember seeing some of the old like you talking about this a while back and seeing like
I
Greg and
I s-
stuff.
I see bits and pieces. I have memories of bits and pieces of many of y'all just on the forums at times before I actually knew you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw it on the forums, but I just remember a while back. I think you were.
There was an old art soup where we talked about old art, and I redrew some
Oh,
pieces
that might have been
yes.
it. That might have, yeah.
into this setting, but at a much more ground level. I completely
gosh, I had
reused
completely-
Ron as an antagonist in my 13th Age campaign, where he was the son of the demon god of corpses.
That makes
Ooh.
sense for Ron.
Yeah, I remember.
No, yeah.
Did you like this is all pretty old artwork, right? Did you use this exact sprite?
No, these were drawn shortly after the charity stream, but his design
Okay.
is the same. He's
Yeah.
a withered, dead cyclops with no mouth and
Love
two
it.
fingers.
How does he eat oatmeal? I must know.
That was that
Great
was
Great.
that was the play being adapted for humans. He would not eat.
He just smears it on his little sort of where the mouth is, and over time it disappears.
I drew a picture of Ron eating oatmeal while I was getting into character.
That was really good.
Wait, I didn't see that. I need to go see.
It should be in the stream discussion.
I mean, to be fair, Ron has minimum 2 orifices if he
Oh,
wants
yeah,
to eat
that.
oatmeal. If
Yeah,
if
oh, he
eats
puts
at
a whole
all,
tube in there.
minimum 3,
Yeah.
potentially 4.
If we count tear ducts as orifices, those could be used.
Is
well.
Ron mammalian?
No,
This is the most.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably
that's
not.
fair.
Ron is just a weird demon.
Ron is
He is-
Ron.
He is
It's
the
just Ron.
idea of corpses being bad made.
I want to go
That
ahead
is
and
fair.
congratulate this stream for being the one where we said orifices the most.
Orifices.
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 What's the viscosity of your
Orifices.
orifice?
We're never
I will
gonna.
destroy you.
We're
You
never
can't
gonna.
just ask someone that.
I'm glad you
Hey,
better count
baby.
yourself lucky you're on the other side of the table.
Listen. I'm just curious, is all. I just want to know about the,
I'm going to
we're
unfurl my
scientists.
metal arm.
Hey,
We
baby,
are
the
scientists.
Viscosity of your orifices.
Dad, we should just blow up the whole place with a bomb.
I
Just
Yeah.
know.
all of it.
Remember when I was in the
Scientific
tunnels?
curiosity.
Why would you blow up your friends?
I have a bomb right here
Yeah,
under
Lauren.
the car, under the seat. We can just throw it at them.
We can just get rid of them. Well, I hope we don't get blown up by a bomb. That would be horrible.
That'd be terrible, especially if it was done by our friends.
I'm actually about to test my getting
Just-
blown up by a bomb shield. I should hope that happens.
I'm just imagining a scene of Liam and Ellie standing there watching as the castle explodes. The camera cuts to the explosion, cuts back, and Lauren is now standing next to them.
Wow.
That was a close shave.
Castle sinks into the ground like it's fucking Wiley.
Just
Castlevania.
covered
Yeah,
in
end of
black soot.
Castlevania. Whew,
I don't know
that
if
could've
they're,
been bad.
they could have. I don't know if they're gonna make it out of there. It cuts back. It cuts again. There's Greg.
Just walking over.
What's up? Y'all want a drink?
Ron is dead in the rubble.
No, he emerges, discovering that he is in fact immortal.
It works.
Yes.
Power was in me all along.
And Ed just kind of drives up, gets out of the car. What happened? I went to see Lucky for one day.
I left for one evening.
Oh,
I mean, usually all you guys do is stab each other, ask me if you can duel or whatever.
Well,
Are we gonna have a referendum on that dueling thing?
No.
It's not a duel. It was a murder.
Are you sure I can't just? I want to officially bring the dueling thing back to the table, Ed. I think this could really open up some doors
Dad, I'm gonna go buy a gun.
for communication.
Just gonna go get a gun real quick.
yeah, all
this
right.
would be an excellent opportunity to make further testing.
Shoot him last, but second. I don't know how you're gonna swing that.
One bullet for the rest of you. You ever seen Rango?
Ringo.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen Ringo.
It's-
For everybody.
Started Rango, but I didn't finish it. I need to.
It's good.
I like Ringo. So-
Funky little lizard.
Does anybody have any more questions or anything?
We're just kind of riffing at this point.
A little bit.
Yeah. But I don't have the heart to.
If-
I do have one question.
Yeah.
What happened to Abel?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to Abel?
Like-
His shoe was bisected, not him, or
In the
apparently.
vent.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The blood on the ceiling.
That I was kind of just making shit up there, but in the ultra canon of the story,
Ultra canon.
so there is an unseen partner of Ed's who is kind of responsible for any of this existing.
For success.
It's that they have provided the energy to make this world exist. And they are doing it as part of a long-term scheme, and they are the ones who killed Abel after he started figuring things out.
Oh my god.
It is
Oh
it
no.
is completely irrelevant to this story, and a lot of the details were just whatever. But that is what I'm going to say at this moment in time. That's the canon.
His shoe just got really mad at him.
He just ran away and left a bunch of blood on the ceiling and his shoe cut in half in the air vent.
Was it
That's
bi-
normal.
I need to know. Was it bisected? Was it bisected lengthwise?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah.
The weirder way.
Yeah.
So basically, reality 8 Abel is the method of murder.
And I appreciate
Fun.
the world's first murder victim being the name of the guy. That's fun too. I had fun. I don't know about the rest of everyone, but I did.
Yeah.
I had a lovely time.
Dreadful.
It was. I enjoyed this. I was stressed out up until we got started, and also through a lot of it. But it was fun to see it again. To bring the theater to the people.
Love to bring the theater for the people. Let's bring theater to the people more often. Let's
It
be
was fun.
theater kids.
Yeah.
Let's be theater
once upon a
adults.
time. Could be again.
Oh, I need to train. Oh no.
I hope, like I said, I hope we do
Is this-
another run of this one.
How
That's a good question, Fats. I've done many plays.
I mean-
It's been a while, but I've done many plays.
Does an
Oh.
elementary school play that consists almost entirely of songs of which you were a part of one count? Otherwise, yes, this is my first, technically. Unless you count the other script readings,
Yeah.
which were
that's-
entirely...
That's the thing. These are just we have the scripts in front of us. These are mostly
Yeah.
just table reads.
I've done lots of table reading, but
Yes.
It's not
never a
like
actual play.
In addition to writing this play, I was in variations on the death of Trotsky as Trotsky. That is my only
Ooh.
time being on the stage.
nice.
I was a bioluminescent fish.
Nice. Good.
If that counts.
I was Abraham Lincoln, Danny Zuko. I can't remember his name. Oh, I feel so bad. I was a African American guy in Baltimore.
I played
things.
I played mostly bit parts in various Shakespeare plays as a teen, and then also
It's very prolific.
and then also did improv in high school, and also after high school. Those were fun.
Oh, come
I've
to
never
think of
actually
it-
acted in a thing. Not
Really?
like in any official capacity.
It's pretty surprising.
Yeah, surprised me too.
Yeah, I've like done a few like improv things, not like shows, but like classes, and I've my media production stuff. I would sometimes participate in the acting things, and yeah, I just it's not something I've ever put into official practice, but I've certainly manifested enough for a table read.
Kind of fooled me, honestly.
Mm.
I think
Good.
there's a lot of I could be working on.
Same. Still.
This one is a very hammy role, so it's easy to just go fucking crazy. But like,
Very
you
well.
know,
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person who, like, you know, once I'm done saying a series of lines, I'm just like, all right, like, could have done that better. Could have done that like slightly differently.
Yeah,
Mm.
well, I feel like we all feel the same way. Probably, I definitely had a couple lines where I was like, "Man, was that too understated? Was that not understated enough?"
So my weird thing is with my weird hangups were like sometimes I feel like I wasn't like enunciating things as a different person might. There was a couple of cases of like very simple statements that I feel it's like, well, even this single word response could still have character to it, and I didn't pull that
Yeah,
out. But like
absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah, if
Like it was a cold read.
Yeah, like
Uh,
again,
I read
quite
it over
impressive.
once silently, but that's it.
Yeah,
a rehearsal would have been it, something, but
well,
I I can I mean I it came to mind way too late to ask anyone to do that, and also I was like I I didn't want to direct anyone. Like I wanted everyone's character visions to just be theirs going into
Yeah.
this.
Mm.
I'm super curious if you would want to add direction if we ever came to reprise these roles for this
For
play
sure.
or another
Yeah.
extended universe play.
Hmm.
Or if you'd prefer, now
Or
that you've
just-
heard us, to mix us into other roles or whatever.
or just
Yeah.
any plays in the future. We should be thinking about doing more
That.
plays. I have plenty of ideas I could probably turn into some scripts if I wanted to. Probably, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I got a script lying around for a short film,
Yeah.
I've got
but I don't
a
know. I
year's
still
worth of
kind of want to make it.
screenplays.
I
Wow.
mean, you can make it and still do a play of it.
I know.
I have like
Then it would
half
be
a year's worth
spoiled.
of screenplays.
Multimedia.
You all have so many things. That's so cool.
I was
I ain't
I
got
wish I had
squat.
more.
I'm just happy
I
to
went
be
to
here.
school.
I was in a script writing class too.
Yeah.
Never
also
written a
part of
script in
my
my
program.
life.
A lot.
I got a clean 8-page script, 8-minute short film.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's,
I have like a 90-page feature film
Yeah,
and
no.
like a 40-page TV pilot.
I did start on the first 2 pages of a feature, but I have
have-
not committed to it.
It's a lot.
I have almost nothing written down, but I have so many ideas.
I think it got kind of in the shuffle there, but Pio, would you ever be interested in like directing, like having us maybe shuffled or performed a different way or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
ostensibly this is something you wrote, and I'm very curious about your particular vision, even if it is filtered through other people. That
Yeah.
I think has its own merit and not to mention we are. I mean, all of us have been live doing a thing before in Tales of Harbor or through other stream things. So I'm curious about your takes on things and how to tell us how to do them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would love to act under your direction.
That's it's a lot of responsibility. Maybe I
Mhm.
don't know. I've found everyone's portrayals to be very good this time.
But it could be better, is what you're saying.
Perfect.
Yeah. Make some notes.
I don't even know where to start. I took acting and I took playwriting. I did not take directing.
Alas.
Yeah.
I was always that fucking kid in the play who would always like try to help the director direct, but I would always be like, I don't want to be a director though, but I think that they should do this.
But I'm not a rapper.
I'm not. I'm a different kind of person.
Well, shall we take it out?
I think so.
All right.
We should
It's been about
perhaps
2
take it
hours.
out.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Hey. Steak
Thank
lunch,
you.
Theo,
everybody.
would you like to take it out as the host of this program?
All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you, double thank you to my wonderful troupe for bringing my vision to life, for saying the words that I wrote. And thanks once again to everybody who donated. And
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
We-
sure.
yeah.
This would not have happened if a bunch of people did not donate fucking, what was it, like $2,600?
Success.
Yes.
It was a lot
To-
more than last time.
Yeah. And that's insane. And thank you all. And thank you all for your general patience and enthusiasm for how long we've taken to
Yeah, thanks for
get
donating
to
all of
these.
that 4 months ago.
It's been a wild
Yeah.
year, and thank you for your patience. We are getting
been
to everything we
insane.
promised.
Indeed.
2 to go, I think,
2 to
as far as like stuff that we owe. I believe
Promised
it's just
stuff,
2 things.
yeah.
Thing?
I don't even remember what the last one is. I just.
We got the
Da-da-da-da.
yeah, we
I mean, yes.
we got the 4-player Super Mario Brothers, or sorry, Super Mario Land.
Mm,
That I think we mostly got working. It's gonna be weird, but it was functional. And then we all gotta have a bad time. We gotta do Baton Pass Sans.
here we go.
So
alrighty.
Everybody
that will be
ready?
a thing.
Who remembers
Okay.
how it opens up?
He tells you you're going to have a bad time, and then it's
Oh.
quiet for a minute, and then it's not. Unless you
Then
died.
It's a bad time.
I remember how the fight opens up, but I
I was
don't
gonna
remember if I
say
can
I
do
was
it.
gonna say that's wrong, but
I don't know how the fight goes because I'm not a monster.
I am a
the sun
monster.
is shining, the birds are chirping. On days like these, kids like you should be rotting in hell.
Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Burning it.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And then he slams you. Anyways.
There-
And the
Yeah.
music
Slam
doesn't kick in
you.
until after the super attack.
Up, then down, and then
Through the bones.
Mhm.
We're just rambling. Anyways.
Bye, everyone.
Theo,
Through the
Theo was
bones.
taking us out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Good night,
I just wanted to
everybody.
extend extra thanks.
And we will see y'all next time. Do people want to plug the upcoming things or?
oh, yeah, I have a thing to plug upcoming. In about a week from now, I guess not from this very second.
A week from Thursday.
A week from Thursday, yes. There is going to be a little a pilot of or a test of a thing that I haven't tried before over on my channel, where I'm gonna have some of these chuckles answer some questions. It's gonna be a little trivia show that I put together got some help from outside sources. Got a lot of work put into the assets and stuff. So gonna have ourselves a little game show for prizes.
I love prizes.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves prizes.
Do you have your first cast? chosen?
I have my first 3 chosen, but I still have to do it once to see how it will work.
Excited for it.
Yeah.
I am Candy Arachnid tomorrow. Around 6, right? We said 6 around the same time that this started. Me
Yeah.
and
Yes.
B and Zara are going to be doing our second foray into Brutal Legends. So that'll be fun. I'm excited.
Edward
for that.
Riggs.
Yeah.
Yes, very excited. So be sure to go to twitch.tv/candyarachnid for that tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. Also be on my schedule with the wrong link on the schedule. That was my bad.
I was gonna say, you sure it's not Twitch.tv says
Sorry,
I read that.
I was wrong.
And if you happen to be watching me, I will be sure to be rating there. Just say
And I suppose if I am to plug anything, I am having a slightly off schedule stream this Saturday. I am going to be doing my second, what I hope will become annual playthrough of Devotion, which is a game that is a bit more difficult to get a hold of these days. Apparently not entirely off the market anymore though, but if you would like to check that out, as I know it's been difficult for people to access and I want to share it with as many people as I can, please be sure to check that out.
Please do. It's a good
Oh,
time.
Twitch.tv/bdrops. I'm sorry. I'll type it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. Thanks for typing that in, Chicks, by the way.
Thank you.
Twitch.tv/.
I don't have fancy buttons. I'm so sorry.
It's
I-
okay.
Mine's automated because
Yeah.
I can't not have it that way.
I have so few buttons. I have 0 buttons.
Hey guys, buttons don't define us.
I stream
We
like a
define us.
caveman.
You sure? I got that mystery button.
Hey, listen. As
Don't hit the mystery button. I will not redeem it.
as a group, as a collection, we're cool. Anyway, where are we going?
All right.
Bye. But also, would you like to raid someone, Theo? I'm at the helm here.
Sure. Who's if you want to point me at anybody.
That's a great question. Let me see.
And also,
Draw Bros is streaming.
I snort.
It's
I
They are back.
I would like if it's okay with everybody else, I would like to raid Strawbros because she has been streaming game for a while and yeah. She'd be happy to receive more folks.
all right.
All right.
I
got you.
Okay, thank you.
I still have the thing up. But yes, thank you everybody. Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you.
Hey.
Great to get the donations.
See you next time.
See you next time whenever we figure out something to do here.
I'm doing it.
Doing it well.
Indeed.
Doing it the second that I said it.
Steak lunch, everybody.
Clapping on some-
We don't have a raid phrase, and I don't know. Do we want to come up with one,
Oh no, it's
or do I just hit this button?
maybe
Greg
it's-
sucks.
I'm too tired. Greg sucks.
Greg
Greg
sucks.
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 He's a bad man.
He's a bad,
Greg
bad
sucks.
man.
I sure am.
Greg sucks.
Hey, it's great.
Hey everybody, Greg here.
I already forgot his last name. Lecht.
Dr. Gregory
Gregory
Lex.
Greg. Oh, Lecht.
Oh, Lex.
Mm.
How dare you sully Spampton by associating him with Greg?
Tumblr sexy man.
You want to be a.
Gregory
You wanna-
Light.
You want to be a bit. You want to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, doctor.
All right, I hit the raid button.
Oh,